And we welcome you to News 3 now at 10. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sarah Carlson.
And I'm Eric Franke. Earlier today, a jury found Maxwell Anderson guilty of murdering Sade Robinson in Milwaukee County. That case gaining national attention after parts of her body were found scattered in both Wisconsin and also Illinois.
And now Anderson is facing 4 counts of first-degree homicide. Our Tanisha Shaw has more on the next steps for Anderson and what's being done to prevent cases like this in the future.
She solved her own case. My baby solved her own case. That's how I raise my kids. We don't give up. We are fighters. I demanded justice.
A mother is continuing to mourn, but today, Sheena Scarborough says she witnessed justice for her 19-year-old daughter, Sade Robinson.
She will be forever remembered as an angel, a light worker who's touched so many souls, so many lives in the Milwaukee community.
Friday morning, after about an hour of deliberation, a jury convicted 34-year-old Maxwell Anderson of killing Sade Robinson and dismembering her body.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Maxwell Anderson, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of the information.
It's believed that Anderson killed Robinson after a first date in Milwaukee in April 2024. Days later, officials found out that Anderson set Sade's car on fire and her body parts were spread across Milwaukee County and as far as northern Illinois. I'll have more on this story and reaction from local politicians tonight at 6 p.m. Reporting in Madison, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
Sorry, some technical difficulties there, but Tanisha, thank you. We should say that Sade Robinson's family say that they'll be filing a civil lawsuit against Anderson as well.
Rain is on the way for southern Wisconsin.
Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington has the very latest on our weekend forecast. Hi, Alex.
Hey there. We do 50-50 weekend. Saturday's the dry stuff. Sunday's the wet stuff, which we can see as we take a look at our next 7 days worth of rain. Saturday, a tiny chance of a shower. Much better chance is Sunday afternoon with the cold front, and then again Monday afternoon, the behind the cold front will have some pop-up showers and thunderstorms, and then we go into a bit of a dry stretch. But we do have rain on the way for southern Wisconsin. At least everybody stands a chance of getting wet. What about the temperatures? 76 Saturday, 75 on Sunday. A little bit more on the breezy side on Sunday out ahead of that cold front that's going to come through, which I'll show in just a couple moments using Future Track. It's really mild out here on the patio right now, upper 60s right now, still at 10 o'clock at night, 65 in Deerfield, still 70 right now in Cross Plains and over towards Mount Torup. Planning the rest of our night tonight, the clouds will be slowly more on the way of increasing, but again, not expecting big rains, at least not big rain chances until we get to Sunday. We'll use Future Track to show you how that cold front will get to our area and provide that shower and storm chance in your neighborhood in a few minutes.
All right, sounds good, Alex. In other news, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi says the Maryland man mistakenly deported to El Salvador has been returned to the U.S. to face federal criminal charges. Kilmar Abrego Garcia has been indicted on 2 criminal counts of allegedly transporting undocumented migrants within the U.S. Bondi says if convicted, Abrego Garcia will serve his sentence in this country and will then be deported.
Well, there's more fallout from the public feud between President Trump and Elon Musk.
Musk and an ally of the president traded barbs today. Erica Brown has the latest from the White House.
Mr. President, will you cancel Elon's contracts?
President Trump told CBS News' Robert Costa Friday that he's focused on the domestic and foreign policy matters of his presidency, not on Elon Musk in the wake of their very public falling out.
I've been so busy working on China, working on Russia, working on Iran, working on so many that I'm not thinking about Elon.
Trump and Musk, who just a week ago praised one another at the White House, traded insults and threats on social media Thursday after Musk called President Trump's signature budget package a, quote, big ugly bill, arguing it would add trillions to the deficit. The White House denies that.
With respect to what Mr. Musk has been saying about the big, beautiful bill and overspending and things like that, I think that that dog won't hunt when you do the math properly.
A senior administration official says President Trump is considering selling the Tesla he bought in March as a show of confidence in Musk.
Do not doubt and do not second guess and don't ever challenge the President of the United States, Donald Trump.
House Speaker Mike Johnson said he wants to see the two men resolve their differences.
Look, I hope they reconcile. I believe in redemption. That's part of my worldview, and I think it's good for the party and the country.
While some in the Republican Party are hoping President Trump and Elon Musk patch up their relationship, others appear to be fanning the flames. On Friday, Trump ally Steve Bannon called on the White House to investigate Musk over his alleged drug use and how he ran Trump's Department of Government Efficiency. Bannon also questioned whether Musk's path to becoming an American citizen was done correctly. Musk responded on social media Friday, calling Bannon, who served 4 months in prison, a criminal. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Well, in other news, if you're in the market for a new car, we have some good news. New data from Edmunds.com shows the average price paid for new cars fell 0.2% in May compared to April. The slight dip came despite higher sticker prices from automakers. Most of the cars sold in May arrived at U.S. dealerships before any tariffs on cars and car parts took effect.
Truck enthusiasts, industry professionals, and the public can see 100 years worth of trucks right here in Madison. The American Truck Historical Society's National Convention and Truck Show is at Alliant Energy Center. The event showcases about 1,000 trucks and trailers along with a vendor expo and educational sessions. For the chair of the organization, events like this one are about more than just history.
It's a tight-knit community, and it's a passion that we all have. You know, a truck played some important role in our life somewhere along the way, whether it was your grandpa, your dad, or you, or your brother, or, you know, whatever the case may be. There's some connection there that makes the truck a very important part of perhaps your childhood or your livelihood today.
And the event will run through tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Well, coming up this Sunday is the 78th Annual Tony Awards. The show celebrates the best in theater with categories like Best Play, Musical, Actor or Actress, and more. This year you can watch the ceremony right here on WISC-TV. It starts live at 7 p.m. Central Sunday from the Lincoln Center in New York. The biggest names will come out to celebrate a year of unforgettable stage performances.
And this is your reminder to vote in Madison Magazine's Best of Madison competition. Voting is open now through the end of the month. And unlike the first round of voting, you'll only be able to vote once per category. You don't have to live in Madison either to participate. Voting is open to anyone in Dane County, but also nearby counties like Columbia, Dodge, Iowa, Green, Rock, Jefferson, and Sauk County as well. You can vote right now at the link right there on your screen.
Well, still to come at 10, Alex gives us the update on our rain chances for the weekend.
And meeting Madison's very own Mr. Rogers, how one couple is using yoga to teach the younger generation. Stay with us. Welcome back. Of course, Mr. Rogers wanted to be our neighbor. Steve helped you find Blue's Clues, and Dolly Parton wants to teach you to read through her imagination library. There are a lot of icons who children know and love.
And there's another newer web series host who you can watch with your kids, and the duo who created him, they're giving us a behind-the-scenes look at how they're using yoga to go beyond any stretch of the imagination. Brady Mallory reports.
All right, let's get on our mats.
If you ever feel a little stuck,
and let's shake it out.
And you need some help,
And reach for your toes.
Pogi the Yogi will get you moving. Okay, what exactly is a Pogi the Yogi? Well, he's the star of a web series that teaches kids how to do yoga and be mindful.
You want to come with me? Come on, let's go.
You'll see him on all sorts of adventures, like at the beach, grabbing ice cream, or stretching out with some firefighters. Everything starts right here, though, in this garage turned studio in Madison.
Action.
Hi, yogis. I'm Pogi the Yogi. I'm so excited you're here.
Pogi is the passion project of husband and wife duo Patrick and Karina Cunningham.
My goal is just to make sure that people feel just a little bit better.
They launched Pogi the Yogi a few years ago during the pandemic. When everything shut down, Karina was home a lot with her small children. Without much to do, she noticed there just weren't a lot of options for mindful shows for kids.
We're going to make a show. And I didn't tell him initially. I actually created the whole dang thing.
Patrick eventually found out when he opened his Father's Day gift.
And there's this shirt inside the box, and it says Pogi the Yogi, and I'm like, this is nice, thank you. Like, who's Pogi? She's like,
I said,
you are.
They launched the show on YouTube, and they're gearing up for a third season. This pair behind this mindful Mr. Rogers says learning to move, breathe, and find a sense of calm at an early age are tools kids can use their whole lives, through the good times and when the world is scary.
Spend so much of our lives in our heads, everything, thinking about things we should have done, things we didn't do, things we forgot to do, and when we can just let it out. And just breathe and move and get back into this moment.
If you're intimidated by yoga, don't be. Pogi will meet you where you're at.
Ooh, look at this. Ooh, a baseball glove.
If you have a yoga mat, pull it out, that's great. And if you don't, you can use a blanket or you can use a towel. And if you don't have that, just use your imagination.
Simply put, the Cunninghams have one goal for making this show. They just want to help kids.
Yeah, we want to make sure children feel seen. And I think that's something that I don't think kids always feel that way.
And let's bend like a hose.
If Pogi the Yogi changes that for even one child, Patrick says that would be the most moving thing of all.
It chokes me up every time because I just get so impacted by it, because I get to see these kids feel this joy and feel this wonder from a character.
And that was Brady Mallory reporting. Thank you, Brady. The Cunninghams say they are backed by teachers, counselors, and other childhood experts to help them shape their content and messaging for children, content rather. You can find it on YouTube. Just search for Pogi the Yogi.
Today, Middleton officials gathered to open the city's latest park. The park is on Lake Street. It offers more public lakefront access and will act as another place to gather, play, and exercise for the city's community. During today's celebration, attendees could make a souvenir to take home with Milligan Studios printing press.
Well, the haze is leaving the Madison region, but rain moving on in.
Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington joins us now with our complete forecast.
Yes, it's the 50-50 weekend forecast. Tonight, cloudy skies. Saturday, just a stray shower as part of the three things you need to know. And then scattered showers and thunderstorms looking quite likely from the late morning hours through at least the early mid-afternoon hours as we go on into Sunday. More on that with Future Track in just a moment. Let's break down Saturday and Sunday. Enjoy Saturday at 76, that tiny chance of a shower. The better chances for showers and thunderstorms Sunday at 75. Breezy too. We're going to track that cold front here together using Future Track. As we go on into Sunday, we're going to start off with partly cloudy skies, but the skies will turn cloudy. And here comes that cold front as we head towards 10 o'clock in the morning. And remind you, this is 10 o'clock in the morning. Camp Douglas down to Viroqua. We'll see that line move to the east, reaching near Madison as we head towards 1 o'clock. That line kind of gets its act together as it moves off towards the east. Janesville over towards Watertown, Elkhorn. We can't rule out the chance of a stronger storm with gusty winds and maybe some small hail, but we're not expecting widespread severe weather at this point in time. Then we have the break in the skies, and then the skies fill back in with clouds, and we see that shower and isolated thunderstorm chances as we go on into Monday afternoon as well. Best chances for rain, let's just say, Lone Rock, Camp Douglas down to Mineral Point, Madison to the east, about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a 1/2 inch as you head over towards Juneau, Watertown, over towards Janesville. Again, we'll take those drops. We need those drops. It's areas along the Wisconsin-Illinois border, Janesville, Monroe, Darlington, Platteville, even Elkhorn. You're still seeing moderate drought conditions, even some severe drought conditions just south of the Wisconsin-Illinois border. And we need the rain. Unfortunately, as I get to the 10-day forecast here, it's not looking all that fantastic for more rain chances. So what we got just the other day was a good rain, and we needed it. 55 for a low temperature tonight, upper 50s to right around 60. So that's pretty nice for this time of year. And then we'll do those mid 70s to near 80. Skies generally on the cloudy side on Saturday with just that outside chance of a shower or a thunderstorm. Trees right now, we still, if pollen's something that gets you, trees is moderate levels right now. Grass, mold, and weeds low at this point in time. I'm a little susceptible to some of the tree stuff that's been going on out there, and I feel it, so I understand. As we go from tonight going on into Saturday, generally good to moderate air quality conditions, since this has been a topic of discussion all week long. It looks like our air quality is going to be pretty good as we head towards Saturday going on into Sunday as well. We may see a little bit of that smoke plume return Sunday going into Monday as our weather system comes out of the northwest and those wildfires are out to the northwest. So don't be surprised to have some periods of some of that haze as we go from Sunday into Monday. We'll be right back with Sports with Zach.
wait is over. This year's AmFam Championship is off and running at the new home of the tournament, TPC Wisconsin. And of course, all eyes were on the two hometown heroes, Steve Stricker and Jerry Kelly. We'll start with team brother-in-laws, and Steve Stricker and Mario Tiziani couldn't have asked for a better start. First hole of the day, and Mario rolls it in for a birdie. The duo started the day with back-to-back chirpers. Then on 9, Strick was dialed in on the flag with his approach shot. An absolute beauty for an easy tap-in bird to drop to 4 under. Now they'd finished 7 under, tied for 9th after 18 holes, and kind of feel a little meh about their round.
I don't think either one of us is sitting up here super thrilled, but you know, we kind of ham and egged it pretty well. I mean, we birdied different holes. The par 5s, we didn't play great.
We birdied 7 holes, but they're all, you know, the opposite holes, and which is a good thing. We just needed more of those. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. You know, I wish I was in play a little bit more. I threw it in the weeds on them a few times, and you know, out of the hole a couple times, which is not typically my game, but I did. And then, yeah, I got to try to find something better for tomorrow.
Jerry Kelly and Justin Leonard had a similar type of feeling after their first round. On 9, Kelly drops one on the green, and the duo would birdie the hole. They made the turn at 5 under, but didn't really have it on the back 9. Kelly with a chance on 18 to go into round 2 with some momentum, and somehow the ball doesn't roll in. They're 6 under, 6 shots off the lead.
I think that's about as high as we can shoot.
Yeah.
I think pretty safe to say that. We'll be chomping at the bit to get back out there tomorrow, big time. You know, it's going to be tough to make up ground tomorrow. You know, I expect us to play extremely well.
Meanwhile, champions were crowned on day 1 of the state track and field meet. We'll start in Division II. Edgerton's Breck Anderson never attempted a high jump before this season, and the sophomore not only cleared 6 feet 9 inches on the big stage, but was crowned a D2 state champ.
That's really crazy to think about. This is my first year doing track, and it's surreal. It's an amazing feeling right now. Did not think this is where I would get to this year at all. I think it was going to be a pretty slow year, but that didn't happen, and I really hope that I get to go to state next year and I continue to prosper and probably go to college for this.
Staying in the field events, Lancaster's Megan Krul leaps 37 feet 7.5 inches in the triple jump to cap off her senior season as a flying arrow in style to stand atop the podium as a state champ.
It's been a lot of work. It's been 4 years of constantly working to get to where I am. I'm very happy and very proud of what I've become in the last 4 years, and it's been a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work to get here, but it's very rewarding in the end.
On the track, Jack Hefty has been there and done that in the mile, winning the event as a sophomore, a junior, and now a senior. He takes it home in 4:13.78, and the 3-time state champ will have 3 weeks to enjoy it before he heads to the Naval Academy. And in Division III, Abundant Life Christians, Jacob Sturm goes back-to-back in the 800, finishing first nearly 3 seconds ahead of second place in a race he says he was racing for more than just himself.
I felt like this is something I had to win. Not only for me, but this win was important for the ALCS community. There was a tragedy there earlier this year. There was a shooting there, and I felt like it would mean a lot to this community and to myself if they could get a win this year. That was my motivation going into this race.
And that's it for sports. Alex is back with one last look at your forecast after the break.
Well, today marks the 87th annual National Donut Day. So if you haven't had yours, go out to the store and get them now, right? An extra sweet holiday celebrated across the nation, apparently.
It's never too late for a donut, folks. The Salvation Army actually started the tradition to honor the organization's volunteers known as Donut Lassies. They provided care and served donuts to soldiers way back during World War I. In celebration, Dunkin' was offering 1 free donut with the purchase of a beverage today. So a chance to celebrate.
Are they
donut.
still open?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know. I could. Oh.
I don't know if they're
talking
serving
about whether we
coffee
like
right
donuts or not. What kind do you like? If you were
Clearly, I like all donuts. I like all donuts. There are no donuts.
What?
No,
Clearly.
I mean, I'm pretty traditional.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like
glazed donuts. Fine.
Cinnamon for me is fine. And you were talking about a cool tradition that your mom did.
Yep, take Pillsbury like you're going to just make biscuits, cut them into 4 pieces, put them in vegetable oil. They come on out, and then you sprinkle them with sugar and go to town.
Years later, clogged arteries.
Yeah, that's right. We only did that for a little while growing up until
the
we
stuff
learned.
we used to eat.
I know, we were talking about
back in the day. Hey, forecast, we're going to be okay for this golf tournament this weekend with the rain chances?
We have to dodge some rain chances on Sunday, but I think Saturday out of the two here, that's all we really need to look at is 76. Pretty good day on Saturday, a tiny chance of a shower. We will have showers and thunderstorms moving through from about 10 o'clock in the morning Sunday through about, let's say, 3 p.m. in the afternoon on Sunday. And that's our next best big rain chance Monday as well, and then we dry out.
All right. Well, thanks for watching News 3 Now at 10. Coming up, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Our next newscast is coming up tomorrow morning, starting at 5, and you can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+. Have a good night.